are often told to just be ourselves, to live authentically, but what if being yourselves feel like a constant negotiation with invisible forces? What if the very act of existing in the world, particularly as a woman, comes with a silent manual of unwritten rules, expectations, and often contradictions? Today, I want to explore something deeply ingrained in our social fabrics: gendered expectations. These aren't just quaint traditions, they are the unseen strings that subtly or sometimes not so subtly guide our interactions, our decisions, and even our sense of self being. And nowhere are these strings more apparent and often more perplexing than in our social lives, the realm of dating. So let's begin with the dance of initiation and finance in dating. It's classic, right? The age old question: who pays? Who texts first? For men, there's often an expectations of assertiveness, of leading. For women, it's a tightrope walk. If we initiate too much, we are too eager, desperate. If we insist on paying, we are unfeminine, challenging. This isn't just about bills, it's about perceived roles, about power dynamics, and about the fear of stepping outside a narrowly defined box. I have felt the internal debate countless times. The mental calculus of performing just enough interest without appearing too much, especially as a woman. Beyond the transactional, there's this nuanced pressure of around this emotional expression. As a woman, we are often expected to be the emotional anchors, nurturing, empathetic, intuitive. Yet, paradoxically, we are simultaneously policed against being too emotional, dramatic, or overly sensitive. We learn to modulate our anger, to soften our assertiveness, to temper our joy, all to just fit into the agreeable, likable archetype. Have you ever bitten your tongue, stifled a strong opinion, or even smiled when you didn't feel like it? Simply just to manage the perception in a social setting or on a date. This pressure to be perpetually palatable can erode the authenticity of the human being, of the person, of the woman. The digital landscape of this online dating amplifies these double standards. A man being direct can be seen as confident, whereas a woman being direct can be seen as aggressive. A man playing the field is often normalized, whereas a woman doing the same might face a judgments or be labeled multiple names. You can think of many. The conflicting advices is dizzying. Be mysterious, but reveal just enough. Be yourself, but also be the idealized version of yourself that fits the traditional norms, the traditional roles. It's a performance, a constant calibration against an invisible rule book designed by outdated norms. The culminative weight of these expectations, from subtle nuances of a first date to the broader pressure of social conduct, can be profound. They don't just shape our interaction, they shape our self worth. We internalize these unwritten rules, perpetually questioning if we are enough or if we are too much, rather than simply embracing our authentic and complex selves. This constant evaluation can subtly chip away at our confidence, making authenticity feel like a risky endeavor. So, what's your way forward? For me, the journey has been of conscious deconstruction. It involves awareness. The first step is recognizing these patterns, naming the unseen strings which gives us power over them. Then comes the authenticity over palatability. So, prioritizing your genuine expressions over the pressure to be universally liked. This means sometimes being too much for some, but being truly you for the right connections. Then, strategic boundary setting, like deciding what we are comfortable with and communicating it clearly, whether it's splitting a bill, initiating a conversation, or expressing a strong opinion without apology. And comes the challenging the narrative in our conversations, in our content, in our daily lives, subtly or overtly questioning these outdated norms. By simply living authentically, we challenge the status quo. So ultimately, allowing women to simply live authentically shouldn't be a radical concept. It's a fundamental right. These gendered expectations are not just relics of the past, they are active barriers to genuine connections and self actualizations. By understanding them, by challenging them, and by prioritizing our own truth, we can start to unravel these unseen strings, not just for ourselves, but for our future generations, fostering a world where the true connections thrive beyond the confines of outdated roles. So, what are your unseen strings? How have gendered expectations impacted your life or your relationships? Share your insights in the comment section. And if this video resonated with you, then please like, subscribe, and let's continue to have conversation on more difficult topics like these. And thanks for staying till here in the video. We'll meet again in the next one.